When it comes to catching bass, lure choices make all the difference, and the Rapala X-Rap Shad XRS-6 has built a reputation as one of the most reliable mid-depth crankbaits in the angler's arsenal. Designed to imitate a wounded baitfish, this lure combines realism, sound, and action in a compact package that appeals to both largemouth and smallmouth bass alike. Its features allow anglers to experiment with a wide range of retrieves, from slow and steady to fast and erratic, making it a highly versatile lure. But like all fishing gear, it has both strengths and weaknesses that should be weighed before tying one on. One of the biggest advantages of the XRS-6 is its lifelike presentation. The lure's body, shape, reflective finishes, and natural swimming action are all engineered to convince bass that it's the real thing. Add to that its internal rattle, which produces sound vibrations that travel through the water, and you have a lure that appeals to both sight and hearing. This combination can be very effective, especially in murky water or low light conditions when bass rely more heavily on senses other than vision. Another clear strength is the lure's ability to dive into that productive mid-depth range around 6 to 11 feet. That puts it right where bass often hold, particularly around structure like weed edges, rocky points, and submerged logs. Many crankbaits run either too shallow or too deep to consistently target this strike zone, but the XRS-6 hits it perfectly. It also suspends when paused, which means it can hang enticingly in front of the fish instead of floating up and out of sight. That pause often triggers strikes from bass that are tracking the lure but have yet to commit. Versatility is another pro worth highlighting. The XRS-6 responds well to multiple retrieves. A steady retrieve is simple but effective, allowing the lure's built-in action to shine. The stop-and-go method adds suspense, imitating a stunned baitfish. And the twitch and jerk retrieve creates erratic, unpredictable motion that can fire up even reluctant bass. This adaptability makes it a great option across seasons, slower in spring and winter, faster in summer and fall, without needing to switch to another lure. However, the XRS-6 isn't without its limitation. One downside is that at just 6 centimeters long, it's on the smaller side. While this makes it ideal for targeting average-sized bass or pressured fish that are picky, it may not always appeal to the trophy-class bass looking for a bigger meal. In situations where larger baitfish dominate the forage, anglers might find that the XRS-6 draws strikes, but not necessarily from the largest fish in the school. Another con is its depth limitation. While 6 to 11 feet covers a productive zone much of the time, bass don't always sit there. In extreme heat, they may drop into deeper water, and in early spring or late fall, they may cruise the shallows. In those scenarios, a deeper diving crankbait or a shallow running jerkbait may be more effective. The XRS-6 excels in its niche, but it isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. In summary, the Rapala X-Rap Shad XRS-6 is a proven bass lure that thrives on realism, versatility, and its ability to stay in that strike zone. Its pros are lifelike action, sound attraction, and mid-depth performance, and that makes it a consistent fish catcher. Yes, of course, it has its occasional flaw, right? But if you love those mid-depth fishing spots, this XRS-6 deserves a spot in your tackle box. Take care, my friends.